And here we go. There are too many awesome things to do in this country, even when it rains.
What is Singapore?
Correct!
All right!
What do you do when exploring a country that can have rain over 200 days a year? Do you stay inside the hotel?
Or do you grab a raincoat and go hurling down the side of a mountain?
Do you visit some of the rarest and most beautiful animals in the world?
Do you come face to face with the most deadly fish in the ocean?
Hey, what's behind you?
They're actually this scared.
Do you celebrate a birthday with a famous 1-year-old panda?
Panda party. Or do you go on a night safari? Spoiler alert. You do all those things. And you get to do them with us on another Singapore adventure.
This is the Earth, and this line in the middle is the equator. The closer you get to the equator, the hotter the weather gets.
And the hotter it gets, the wetter it gets.
Which means, while we take you to explore beautiful Singapore, sooner or later, it's going to rain.
But that's not going to stop us.
Guys, we got new rain jackets.
Hi, I'm Indiana. And the best part of Singapore's amazing underground train system is that you don't get wet when it's raining. And it's air-conditioned and cool while it's still hot outside.
We're yellow and blue. And I'm Indy's big sister Connor. And the funniest part about us wearing raincoats because of the rain was that when we began to look around, we realised no one else was wearing one.
Local Singaporeans are so used to it raining for a little bit, then drying out, that they don't really worry about it. Our destination for today is the Sentosa Skyline Luge. But I was a bit worried that we might not be able to do it because of the rain.
Luckily, the rain doesn't last long in Singapore, which meant by the time we got to the mountain, we could pack our raincoats away, dry out, and get ready to rock.
Once we've been fitted for our helmets.
Dad will have an orange, you guys will probably have a red.
Because our heads are small, our helmets are red. And because Dad's head's so big, he has to have an orange one.
Let's go. So, I think this is a pretty great day. Bye-bye.
Bye.
The only thing powering the luge carts is gravity, which means you start slow. But the further you go, the faster you get. It also helps if you're a bit heavier, which gave Dad an advantage at the start. Wait, Dad! Dad! But once I built up some speed, the race was much more even.
Looking good, Indo.
I was a bit nervous to go too fast at the start. But then I took off! And then I hit the brakes, which is why Dad nearly crashed into me. That was close.
Not only was it super fun racing down the track, it was also super beautiful being surrounded by this amazing rainforest.
Once we got to the bottom, we weren't looking forward to walking all the way back up. But then we looked up and... This is scary.
Andy, that's where we went. That's where we came down. Girls, can you see out the back there?
Wow! The chairlift back up to the top was as fun as the luge ride down. They even had a camera halfway up.
Fairly
Oh, I took a photo. If my shoe falls, it would fall on that net.
Just stop.
What if it goes through one of the holes? It's quite a what we're doing.
I'm taking my shoes off so they don't fall.
See those people down there? They're screaming because they're having a good time.
My feet are soaking, but I had to take my sandals off, otherwise they will fall down.
Look at my feet, guys. The ride up was pretty relaxing until we had to work out how to get off.
The chairlift doesn't actually stop, so you have to jump off and run faster than it's going to get out of its way.
But we made it!
The rain started pouring again, so we asked ourselves, what would a Singaporean do? Okay, they might not bother with a raincoat, but they wouldn't let the rain stop them having an awesome day.
With or without the rain, the Skyline Luge was one of the coolest things we had ever done. And we beat Dad!
It had been a crazy day, so we headed back to the mainland on the monorail to find our favourite food.
And these were the fluffiest pancakes we've ever seen.
The thing with pancakes for dinner, they taste amazing and they give you energy, but they only give you enough energy to get you home.
We needed a big sleep because the next day was going to be an even bigger adventure.
After always travelling underground, today's train ride was different because we were above ground, which was another cool way to see Singapore.
But we were traveling so far today that we had to change from a train to a bus, which was another cool way to see part of the country. And then it was a short walk to Singapore's River Wonders.
We were greeted by the biggest fish we'd ever seen.
Except for that giant fish from Ben and Holly.
It's him! It's Big Fat Buddy!
Hey, what's behind you?
They actually did meow. These fishes are freaking meow.
River Wonders is inspired by the mightiest rivers in the world, like Egypt's River Nile, China's Yangtze River, and South America's Amazon River.
They can go through there.
We learnt about other famous rivers and their wildlife, like India's Ganges River, North America's Mississippi River, and Africa's Congo River.
Look at this mean-looking dude.
Which is where this guy's from.
You reckon he's looking at you, Indy?
This is a Goliath tigerfish. It can grow to 1.5 meters and weigh more than 70 kilograms.
It even attacks crocodiles. So if you're ever thinking about swimming in the Congo, don't.
River Wonders had shown us what was underneath the surface of the world's rivers. But it was time to see what was on the land above.
Singapore's first giant panda cub turns 1 this weekend. Lola has grown to more than 33 kilograms and he has a taste for solid food. And it appears that the bond between the cub and his mother, Jaja, remains strong. The two sharing bamboo bites in front of a curious crowd.
Panda Pop.
On our way to wish Lola a happy first birthday, we saw her dad Kai Kai eating bamboo. Kai Kai was loaned from China to Singapore 10 years ago with Lola's mum, Jaja. It was born on the 3rd day, the 9th month, in 2008. Guess how old the panda's turning? 3 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. He's turning 1. Happy birthday! We didn't give you enough time to guess.
Coming down.
Lola was so cute. It took him forever to climb down from his tree.
It really took forever. It will take Lola a whole 3 years till he's fully grown. But by the time he's 4, he will be eating 20 kilograms of bamboo every day.
Lucky for us, he eats bamboo and not these super cute steamed bao buns. They're made to look like pandas. And not any pandas, Lola pandas.
Not only did they look cute, they tasted amazing because hidden inside the bao bun was melted chocolate.
Then it was onto a giant bridge that crossed a giant lake before getting a photo with a giant panda family.
You made it. Let's go.
And finally boarding a boat that wasn't giant, but there was a giant drop.
You ready? Here we go. We're going up.
Another giant thing.
It's a giant anteater, which is incredible how big he gets only eating ants and termites.
We saw the world's biggest rodent, this giant hamster called a capybara.
And we were very lucky to see these critically endangered cotton-top tamarins.
Watch out for jaguars, because they can attack.
Experiencing the Amazon River habitat was really cool, but so was Squirrel Monkey Forest. There were animals we'd never seen before just walking around with us. And of course, squirrel monkeys. We were warned to keep an eye on our bags, because if we didn't, the squirrel monkeys would jump onto them to see what they could steal while we weren't ready.
Then we arrived at the Amazon flooded forest.
We got to walk through the giant river otter's actual river. But while we were down there, they were up on the surface, which is when we assume their keepers took this video.
Then we came across the electric eel, which can generate up to 800 volts of electricity. It uses the electricity to defend itself if threatened, or if it's the one doing the attacking.
And in case the electric eel wasn't deadly enough, the next creature we met sure was. This is the piranha. The piranha is famous for a few reasons.
We know the piranha from this scene in Wednesday, where she teaches the bullies a lesson.
We know the piranha from Ice Age 2, when Scrat the saber-toothed squirrel fights the piranhas to get his acorn back.
And we know the piranha plant from Mario, which is not a piranha at all. But it's a cool plant, and it was cool to finally see real piranhas in real life. But with no one for them to fight, they weren't as exciting as we know they could be.
Our River Wonders adventure wouldn't be complete without the biggest star of them all, the manatee!
They moved so slowly that I was worried that one of them had died. But Dad was sure it was okay.
He's just swimming.
Why does it look like he's sinking? Singapore's River Wonders' biggest manatee weighs over 1,000 kilograms. Her name is Eva, and she is mum to 8 of the other manatees.
One of the coolest part about River Wonders was that right next door was the world-famous Singapore Zoo. And then, just when we thought we'd seen it all, it got dark. The zoo's nocturnal animals woke up.
Nocturnal means being more active at night rather than during the day.
It is our pleasure to welcome you aboard this very special journey, a journey into the wilderness at night.
Was it cool to see these nocturnal animals at night? We also learned about recycling from a super smart family of recycling otters. Except for this guy, who might not have been as nocturnal as the others and wanted to go back to bed.
And just when we thought the day was done, on the way out we saw these mesmerizing rainbow light performers. It was crazy.
We were exhausted, but still excited about tomorrow's adventure, which you're invited to join us on in our next episode, when we go to the best water park we have ever visited.
We'll take you on the second tallest Ferris wheel in the world.
We'll explore Singapore's Chinatown, where we'll take you to an amazing Buddhist temple.
And we'll show you the highest human-made waterfall on Earth.
We're not sure yet, but it might be our biggest episode yet. So make sure you don't miss out. Just like this video, subscribe to our channel, and most importantly, always remember to